what you learned from the first Minnesota series and how you guys are preparing for that series this weekend.
I mean, yeah, obviously they're a very good team. They're a top team in the country, so we got to treat it that way. And I mean, I'm sure their strengths are they have a lot of skill on their team. They play with a ton of pace, so we just prepare how we do for every series, and we just got to make sure that we are prepared for that big sheet over there, and just make sure we're staying inside the dots for the game there.
Is there anything that you guys do in practice to prepare maybe for that big sheet of ice?
I mean, it's tough when you don't have the big sheet here, but I mean, the main thing is staying inside the dots. The dots width is the same here, than on the big sheet. It's just a little wider from the dots out. So we just got to make sure that we play good, responsible hockey and just play our way there.
Getting some points heading into the bye week, how much does that help with your guys' psyche and kind of where you guys are mentally heading into another super tough series?
Like right now, I think every series is going to be very important. The standings are very tight, so we just gotta have a singular mindset. Like take it day by day, game by game. Like try to get better each and every day. Going to playoffs is going to be huge. Whoever's got the best momentum is going to have advantage there.
Well, you ended up going on to that third line against Penn State, score a power play goal. How would you just evaluate yourself playing with those two other guys on the third line?
I mean, definitely added a little spark to the lines a little bit. Like we were playing with the same guys for a while, and when you get a different guy, it's a different feel, different players. So it definitely added a little life, I feel like, and especially like we were focusing on getting the power play back on the board, and we were able to score a late one. And the Friday night, I mean, it was like right after power play, so it was still kind of a power play goal, but that was nice to get that. And then on the Saturday night, we got another one, which was very good, and get some confidence under us going into Minnesota, where it's going to be very important to win the special teams game.
Jose, you mentioned a little bit about momentum earlier. Does the two wins against Penn State, exactly what kind of momentum does a series like that generate for you?
Definitely, like that Penn State is a top 10 hockey team as well, and when you get wins on that, like you definitely have that mindset that like you're not trying to dig out of a hole anymore, and those wins definitely give us like the confidence that like we just have to play our way. Like we don't need any outside help anywhere, and just basically sticking with our game at this point. Like it's going to be about us, and make sure we get those wins over there.
Well, this program hasn't beaten Minnesota in 3 years. What just kind of gives you the most confidence that this is going to be the year that Michigan State is able to upset one of the top teams in the country?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Like they're a very good hockey team. They're very hard to play against, very well coached. So obviously they're a very good team. But I don't think we really look at like who we play a whole lot. Like obviously we know that we play Minnesota, but we gotta get that out of our heads and try to focus on just us. Like it's no matter who we play, they're not gonna help us score goals or whatever. So we just gotta focus on us and hopefully get the wins over there and snap that streak we got going.
You guys got those two big wins against Penn State, and obviously that adds the momentum. So how do you keep that momentum going into the bye week and through this week and going into Minnesota?
I mean, definitely, like, not playing this weekend was a little tough. Like, when you get big wins like that, you kind of want to keep playing. And I think during the week and even this week, like, we made sure that we bring a ton of pace to the practice, that we compete a lot and play a lot of games that help us keep the mindset of the game going. So I think that's going to be huge going into Minnesota week, and hopefully we get those wins over there, like I said.
Going back to Penn State, did you ever feel like those games were must-wins, so to speak? And if so, did it ever feel like you got the monkey off your back and towards Minnesota?
Yeah, I mean, definitely now like every game is almost a must-win, but we just got to make sure that we play to our identity, to our standard, that we are happy with ourselves after the game, and don't say we wish we could do that, because it's after the game, you can't really do anything about it. So we gotta make sure that we play to our identity, our standards, our habits are on point, and I think when we do those things well, the results will come. And yeah, like you said, like those wins definitely help us in that stage. But yeah, like definitely like the habits, and like not even like playing the scoreboard. Like we have to make sure that we play to our identity.
Just curious how you feel about a week off in the middle of the season and how anxious you are to get back playing again.
Yeah, like the week off was kind of nice when you have like a tougher stretch, but to kind of like regroup and reset. But I think it's gonna help us down the road, like getting the legs under us a little bit, and getting a little extra rest before a big series like that. So I think one of the biggest advantages we have is that we push each other in practice, and a lot of times it feels like a game out there when we actually play like 3-on-3 similar games that you guys are competing very hard, and I think that's going to help us down the stretch in those big games.